Hey friends, welcome back to Heavenly Hills Homestead. It's been a long time since I've made a video. A lot has happened. I've been busy, but not as busy as I could be, just because it's winter. I've got some leftovers and veggies that need to go out to the chickens, so I figured I'd record the video and get this thing started. So we are going to do the Pantry Challenge. Three Rivers Homestead does a Pantry Challenge every year. Normally it starts January 1st. We are halfway through January, but there's no time like the present, and we're just going to start now. And it'll be great to start now. We're going to use up a bunch of what we have, and hi chickens! We're going to use up a bunch of what we have and work through some of our stock, but also save a lot of money so that we can stock up more on what we need. So let's give these chickens their scraps. There you go, girls and boys. Even though it's winter and these guys can't be in the grass in the woods like they like to, we still let them free range in the barn and give them all the food scraps we can. We've got a whole bunch of chickens right now. So we have 17 laying hens and 3 roosters. I do not need 3 roosters, but I can't seem to get rid of them, and they're really nice, so we're not going to eat these guys. That's one of them. His name is Leopold. I've got the head rooster right there. His name is Shere Khan. And somewhere the Black Knight, who is a beautiful rooster, he's somewhere, but there's Black Knight, or there was the Black Knight. Hi, Leopold. Where are you, Black Knight? He's skittish, but man, he's pretty. See if he'll come out and show me himself. Don't mind the messy barn. It's funny, everybody on Instagram wants to post these picture perfect, pristine, white painted barns. The reality is, they look like this. There's bird poop everywhere. There's stuff, and in the winter it becomes a storage unit. Okay, so chickens have their things. So yeah, the last couple months have been crazy for us, and I haven't posted any videos. There's just been a lot personally going on for us. So we've just been dealing with that. But we're doing better now, and we're excited about this Pantry Challenge. So I'm going to go over some of my rules that I've set up for myself and our goals for our Pantry Challenge. Now, this is the first time I've ever done this. I've been watching other people do it, my favorite YouTubers and Instagrammers and all of that, but I've never done it, so I'm excited about doing it. Our number one goal is to save money. Right now, grocery prices are, as you know, a lot. And even with bulk buying, I'm spending $200 to $250 a week at the grocery store, which is just a lot. And when you're spending that much on the grocery store, you're not able to save up to bulk buy the way that you want to. So our goal is to save money so that we can bulk buy what we need and get better pricing for that. We also want to work through some of our pantry stock and freezer stock that we already have, things that we need to use up. There's some older, not old, but from not this past summer, but the summer before, canned goods that we have. Not as much meat. Most of our meat is fresh, but we have lots of meat, and we have not been buying meat from the grocery store because there's no need, but we're going to work through some meat because before we know it, all the snow will be gone and it'll be spring, and we'll be getting all of the animals again and doing pigs and chickens and turkeys again. And we're getting geese this year too, which will be exciting. I'll update you on that in a different video. So yeah, we're going to work through some of our meat and our canned goods, and then we're going to work through some of our dry goods stock. I want to make sure that I'm preserving some of my dry goods that I already have, like my beans. So one of the goals that we have is each week I want to be canning or preserving something. So whether that's canning up some beans so that I can have already prepared beans, which I love doing that, or having those prepared beans, and especially when they're home canned, they're so good. And or there's also like broth. I'm out of broth. I just used my last jar of broth, so I need to do a lot of that. And I have a lot of bones in the freezer, so I can free up that freezer space. I've got beef, chicken, and turkey bones, all things that we need to get into broth and can it up. And I won't can all of it, but it's so nice to have homemade broth in jars on the shelf and not having to make fresh bone broth. We love fresh bone broth, but it's just really nice to have the canned stuff. So each week we're gonna do some sort of canning project, and we're gonna make some sort of freezer meal. I haven't always done this, but I've been trying to get in the practice of having a few freezer meals on hand for times when we are busy, or maybe we're sick, or something happens and I can't cook dinner, and we live way out here in the woods, so pizza delivery doesn't happen, and I'm not driving an hour round trip for pizza, and we got to feed people. So having a freezer meal is a homemade freezer meal is such a great option. We also have some canned meals too, and those are great, but sometimes you won't want something that's not soup or whatever. So anyways, we're gonna do some freezer meals too. I did set some rules for myself. We will still have to go to the grocery store some, but I am setting my budget to $50 or less a week. And even with doing that, we will save at least $600 this month, or in the month that we're doing the pantry challenge, if we're spending $50 or less at the grocery store. And that $50 includes the $20 we spend a week to get milk from a local farm. We get raw milk from a local farm, and we love their family and we love their milk, and we're still gonna get their milk, but that $20 that we spend every week getting milk from them, that's included in the $50 budget. So basically that leaves me $30 at the grocery store each week. That should cover any random, usually it's produce that we would need, whether it be salad greens or fresh fruit for the kids and I, and well, all of us, I guess. The kids use most of the fresh fruit, but that sort of stuff. And other than that, we're just gonna see how it goes. Some of these meals might be pretty simple, but I'm gonna try to be creative, see how it goes. It's great that we already have the pantry stock that we have. I have enough variety that I can make many different things. I think one thing that's always made me nervous about doing a pantry challenge is thinking that I don't have enough variety of ingredients to keep things interesting. I'm a kind of person where I don't like to eat the same thing over and over again. So having variety is important. But because I've been stocking up my pantry over the years and I do have a variety of things, we should be able to still make lots of different recipes. So we'll see how that goes. I have a grain mill now, so when I run out of my all-purpose flour, I want to be using my grain mill more, so saving the all-purpose flour for things that I need softer flour for. But we have lots of grain, so we can use up that, and we don't need eggs because we have the chickens. They're not laying as much right now, but we're getting 5 to 7 eggs a day right now, which if we're not eating eggs every day, keeps us afloat. So that is great. And yeah, let's see how this pantry challenge goes. I'll show you some of the stuff I'm making. I probably won't video every single meal I make, just because I'm a busy mom and I do all the things, but we'll show you some of the stuff we'll be doing. So my pantry is a little bit of a mess and a little disorganized at the moment, but we have dry goods down there in the 5-gallon buckets. I have tons of wheat and rice and beans and all of that stuff. I do have some potatoes and onions, and then we've got kind of our food preservation stuff in the middle. Do have all of these canned goods too, and I'm wanting to work through quite a bit of these canned goods because we're going to be gardening again this year and refilling this, and then there's some things that have been on the shelf that need to get used up. So that's what we're going to be starting with as far as canned goods and dry goods. Now we have the beef freezer. This thing is still full. We've added some other meat to it, like we've got some lamb and we've got some turkey in here, blackberries. We have a little bit of chicken underneath this crate here, some pre-made chicken nuggets for the kids whenever I don't have the time or energy to make a full lunch. But you might have seen before my stocking up on a whole cow video, and we still have a lot of that. We probably still have 3/4 of that cow. So we're going to be working through more of this beef, and we'll still have plenty of that. And like I said, I've got lamb and turkey and some chicken in here. And in here we have the pork and chicken freezer. We've gone through quite a bit of the chicken, so we already know we're going to do more chickens next year. And then we've already gone through more pork than I would like to have gone through. This pork is just so delicious, and I could eat it almost every day if I could, but one pig is probably barely going to last us a full year for my family of 4, and we only eat pork once or twice a week. So we're definitely going to do another whole hog for our family, maybe even a hog and a half for next year. I do have some like hot dogs, and I buy my cheese in bulk, so I divvy it up and then I put it in the freezer. I do have some freezer meals, and one of my goals for this pantry challenge is to make a freezer meal a week, so we'll have some more of those. I've got all of my like chicken hearts and turkey necks and chicken feet and all that stuff, so we're gonna make some broth with some of that. I also have a bunch of beef bones in the freezer. I've got sausage, ham, more cheese, bacon. There's some of my vegetables, so we're gonna work through some of this. Oh, and I also have, these are great, they're uncooked tortillas. I got these for the first time from Costco, and it was so cheap to get this huge bag, and it comes with like, I don't know, a whole bunch of uncooked tortillas, and you just cook them up real quick, and they make up great fresh tortillas for the family, so those are fantastic. But yeah, this is the freezer stock. Okay, so we did our grocery haul to start off our pantry challenge. This is the first time I'm doing the pantry challenge, so we'll see how it goes. And I already have most of my pantry staples, but I needed a few produce things. So we got potatoes, a big 15-pound bag of potatoes. This will last us a while. I do like to use quite a bit of potatoes. I did get a bunch of onions. I use about an onion a day, if not more, so this hopefully will last us a while. I did get a little bit of wine just for cooking purposes, and my husband and I do like to enjoy a glass or two after dinner sometimes together. I got some salami to do like lunch boards, cheese and meat with the kids. I got some more coffee syrup. I do like this brand because it's sweetened with stevia and erythritol, so it's just a little bit easier for me and keeping my weight balanced, and easy on my tummy, so I got the 3 flavors that my store had and got some coffee. I got apples, which my kids will go through all of those pretty quickly. I do have some frozen vegetables already, but I'm going to be making some shepherd's pie and that kind of stuff. So I got a few bags of these frozen petite mixed vegetables, because the frozen mixed vegetables I have are big, like whole big pieces of broccoli and big pieces of like summer squash and that sort of stuff. Did get some carrots and celery. We put that in everything. Got some lettuce and bell peppers and oranges, and I did get some dressing. These are not the healthiest brands at all, but my kids are just now starting to like dipping things, and will eat salad if I put dressing on them, and they like this kind, so everything in moderation. So yeah, that's the grocery haul to get us started. Okay, so that concludes the pantry tour and the freezer tour and the grocery haul, prepping for the pantry challenge. And I hope you stay tuned for the next video, where I show you our first week worth of dinner, totally out of the pantry, and just what we have. It's been fun so far, so stay tuned for those videos. Every week I'm gonna post a video of what we ate straight out of the pantry and our freezer and our stock, and let's see how far we can make it. We're going for a month. So if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below if you've done the pantry challenge before, or if you want to get started. I know it usually starts in January 1st, but I started halfway through January, so you can start at any time too. So until next time, welcome to the homestead.